ঘুমেলেও এটা যেটা করতে চাইবো সেটা দিয়ে এটা
ঠিক কথা, একদম ঠিক। Now the next one, which is very important in PHP. What is SSI? SSI stands for server side include. It is a process of inserting one page content into the another before server executes it. Now what is SSI? This is the definition only. Basically whatever we can see that many of the professional website should have their all pages a header, footer and menu fixed, and the in between content are changing automatically. Okay, so now that means suppose you have a 10 web page into your website application. That means you are not going to design 10 times header, 10 times footer, 10 times menu. You will create one header, one footer, one menu, and you should recall them. So that is called SSI. Okay, that means you can include the one of the page content into the another page content before server gets executed. And PHP can done these things using two functions. One function is basically known as require, another function is basically known as include. Now both of these functions are used to insert one of the page content into another page content. Then why there is two functions? Why there is require and include? If they do the same thing, then there has to be a one function. If PHP created require and include differently, that means there is some difference, and that is the hugely important interview question, which is state the difference between include and require. These two functions are identical in every way except how they handle the error. Require used to generate a fatal error and stop executing the rest of the script, whereas include used to generate a warning but rest of the code gets executed. Now what is the difference? Actually include is the generous one and require is the selfish one. Require is such person, if he didn't perform, he didn't let anybody else to be performed. But include is such generous person, okay, if I am failed to perform, then if somebody else who has the ability to perform, so he or she will perform. I have no problem with that. Then what that is mean? Suppose you are including a file into another page and you provide a wrong name file. That file name is different and you are providing something different. So it's a mistake. So if you did that mistake in require will have a fatal error and shows that error, and rest of the code will not get executed because of the one error. But in case of include, it will give you a warning, but rest of the code will be executed. So that is the moral difference between these two. Today we are going to know about creating a master page. There will be a header, menu and footer, and we are calling them, and we will get to know the practical explanation about the difference between require and include as well. So first of all, let me save this tutorial page, that is PHP Tutorials, save on desktop. That's good. Now see, go to file, go to new, have a PHP page and create, and let it be deleted and save it. We are going to save it here by creating a folder, new, creating a folder by naming SSI, and here we are naming this as a header. So let it be a header. welcome to my world or something like that. That is only the header. We saved. Go file, go new, have another PHP, whatever is written, delete that. You need to save it, and you need to save it by footer. We save it, and here we are creating the footer. This is the footer option. Now here we are writing copyright ampersand copy for @c, and that is myworld.com. That's it. So saved, go to file, go to new, and today I am going to show you how to create menu. So creating menu is very simple. ul and /ul, and into that you need to create some li. ul is the unordered list, li is the list item of this. So that's it. Here we need to have a href. We are providing #/a, and here we are providing home. Same thing would be happen for next one. So href hash and /a. We are providing services, yes, about whatever it is. Okay, let it be about first, then services, about, and here is the option ahref hash. Hash means static linking. If you click there, it will never take you to anywhere else. It will stay on the same page. It is called static linking. So ahref hash/a, and we are providing contact. That's cool. So file and save it all. We have okay, we need to save it as a menu.php. We save it. So now we have the index.html, and in that index.html we are going to call all of them. Like for example, we are going to call the header, we are going to call the footer, and there would be menu. But problem is it is saved as an HTML. HTML cannot have the PHP. So we need to resave this particular thing by index.php. I think it's saved now. Now go to file to save it as, and here you can see that index.php is there. So this index no longer require anything. So delete it. I think we have done it. So this HTML is no longer required. Index.php is there. So now here is the, sorry, here we are going to call the header. So how do I call the header? It's pretty simple. You need to write include. You need to provide the path. The path is pretty simple actually. SSI/header.php. Then see what happened. So save it all, move back, refresh, hit. Okay, index.html is not there, so let's refresh. Here she comes. Welcome to my world. So this is coming from the header.php. So if you right click and go to page source, as you can see, this is only inserting this h2 tag here. As you can see that h2 tag is only inserting. So that means whatever you write in that PHP, that will be inserted as a text here. As because it is written in the hypertext language HTML, so browser knows the difference of h2 and make it available like that. And the second thing, which is very important, that is why people ask me a lot of questions that why header.php does not have HTML head, title and /title. Because the explanation is here. You can see whatever you write, that will be getting inserted. In your index.php, you have already the HTML and head started. So why you need to again start the HTML and head? So only write that content which you need to reuse in several other pages. Got my point? So that's why we are not going to use the HTML or /HTML or head or all those creepy things. We are only going to write those things which will need to be reused in other pages. Getting my point? Okay. So that is the case. Now see what is the error differences. For example, index.php, instead of writing the include, if we write the require, may something change. Saved, goes back, refresh, you see the same thing happening. You see the output, the same thing happening. Nothing changed. Because nothing is going to be changed as per the theory. Because both are did the same thing, but the error handling is different. What is error handling, sir? Suppose I provide SSI 1. which folder does not exist. So in case we are using required, so remember required is very selfish. If he didn't perform, he didn't let anybody else perform. See that. You cannot see the entire code, only a error, and it is generating a fatal error. As you can see that this is a fatal error generating. But the generosity about the include is, if you write include, only the header portion it generates a warning, but rest of the code will get executed. Beautiful. As you can see, it is generating a warning. It's not generating an error, because it is giving you warning you did something wrong, but rest of the code you have written something, so it will work, and it will work with the full functionality. There will be no question about it. So the
problem
exactly. And the second thing, if interviewer asks you which one of these you think suitable for this purpose, both are suitable, there is no doubt about it, but from developer point of view, include is the much preferable. Why? Because you have written so many things in a one page in professional world, and if you give require, it will stuck on that particular error. It will never show you the rest of the error, so you cannot get how many errors you have get. But if you have include, it will show the rest of the code. So if you get extra error apart from include, you will still get that. So it's, repeating steps will be carved if you use include. So better to go by include. That is my personal feeling about it. Otherwise, if you write the correct one, include required, both are same in that case. So in that case, what we are going to do is this: make sure SSI is there, which is the correct path. Now move along, refresh, beautifully done, it's coming back. Now it's time to include the menu. So here we go. This is our menu section, and because I have also give the example of include, so I should need to give the example of menu, SSI/menu.php, that's cool. And at the very end, after the form tag, there would be an option to include the footer. So it is the footer goes here, only you need to write a include, and into that you need to provide the path where you have it, and that would be footer.php. That's cool. Refresh, beautifully done. You can see that copyright is coming. This is the menu, this is welcome to my world. All of them are coming now. So now the thing is that, as I promised to starting of this tutorial, I will show you the CSS. Now the most important question is this: where I implement the CSS? If I have SSI, then in which page I should integrate the CSS? It would be index.php or menu.php or header.php. Suppose I want to design the menu. So where I am going to write the CSS? Whether either it would be in menu.php or index.php. Both you can include, there is no problem, and it will work, because ultimately menu is integrating here. So if you write the CSS in that page, that will also have got the reference of menu, right? But this is not permittable as per laws. Why? Because if you do that, suppose you have one more page, contact and services, so that means each one of the page you need to copy that CSS, otherwise it is not going to work. But if you write that CSS within menu.php and use the include function, that within including the CSS that will coming up into your pages, and it will make work. So you need to rest a lot if you go by the second option. Okay, difference টা বোঝা গেল? যদি আমি ডাইরেক্টলি index.php এর মধ্যে CSS টা লিখি, এখানে ওটা যদি ইনক্লুড হয়, তাহলে CSS টা পেয়ে কাজ করে দেবে, সেটা নিয়ে কোনো প্রবলেম নয়। কিন্তু সেই অনুযায়ী আমাকে সার্ভিসে গিয়েও পেস্ট করতে হবে, অন্য জায়গায় গিয়েও পেস্ট করতে হবে। কিন্তু যদি মেনুর মধ্যেই CSS টা লিখে দিই আর ওটাতেই শুধু ইনক্লুড করি, তাহলে অটোমেটিক্যালি ওটা ইনক্লুড হয়েই গেল, আমাকে বারবার প্রত্যেকটা জায়গায় পেস্ট করার দরকার হলো না। Exactly. So right way to go, implement on the menu, and today I promise you to show how to create a menu using CSS. So we will learn CSS and PHP, both of them today in one example. First of all, make sure the menu is placed within a div, and we provide the div class as a container, but whichever name you want to give. You are suggesting to give menu container, that is also okay. Menu hyphen container, that is menu container, it is the class name of that div, and this div will contain the entire reference of the ULLI tag, which is our menu. and this UL should have a ID. We are providing the ID as a menu. That's it. Now if we want to write the CSS, so you should need to write here. So style, there would be a type, there will be a text slash CSS, and this is slash style. And what you need to design is this UL hash menu li. That means that particular UL whose ID is menu, and that li will have this property list style type, that we are becoming none. आगे देखिए এটা. Okay. Then go here and refresh. You can see all of them are gone. How to make them come horizontally? To come them horizontally, we need to write display inline block. If you write display inline block, then this will coming into horizontal way. Now how to create spaces between them? To create spaces between them, we need to write margin left. That means it will share the 10 pixel gap between each of the left hand side. So refresh is the gap. Now this is done, and here we need to write UL hash menu li a colon link. That means the href available under the li, we are going to make sure the text decoration is none. That means there will be no underline under the link tag. Refresh, beautiful. Now what we need to do is this dot menu container, and here we need to provide the width. We provide the width 300 pixel, and we need to provide the height automatically. It will automatically adjust the height. So now you refresh, you cannot see that because of the fact we didn't give any border, but the moment you start giving the background color, this is the background color, and the color we are going to give is very simple actually. We give it as a color like this, click OK, click enter, and this is done. Now see how it looks like. So refresh, it look like that. Okay, so now the thing is that the moment you put the mouse onto it, it will start behaving something. Okay, কাজ করছে করে দেবে. Now here we need to do UL hash menu li a colon ho here hover. The moment you are hovering up, we will make sure the background is, this is my favorite color, and the color would become white, and padding become 5 pixel, and the border radius become 10 pixel. See what we have did it. So refresh back. These are the simple things. Now I have some effects to make the transformation, and here we are writing minus WebKit minus transition effect. WebKit Google Chrome 0.6 second is in out. That will be easily in and easily out. So this is some transition effect. See what it create the difference. Beauty. The moment we are leaving it, it's not working. So what you need to do, just copy the entire code, Control C, and where is the default? Okay, damn it. So Control C. What you need to do in this location, just paste it out. So now see here, now refresh, it's working now. Now we have some we need to create some effect actually. So here you also create a border color, and border color we give it as hash FFF semicolon. So see how it look like. Now refresh. The border color is white, that's why it didn't showing us. Border color we want to give it as something which is what? color. Come on. Border color we need to give it as, like, for example, this color, like that. Enter, semicolon, save. Now refresh. Border color is not working because border colon solid. Now refresh. This is home, about, and services. And now make sure this will look pretty. If now refresh. Beautiful. Okay, so now what you need to do is this. Here make one more effect, minus WebKit minus transform, and here it is the rotate, rotate Z minus 360 degrees. Now refresh to see the, because we give it as rotate Z, so it will start rotating from this, and the moment you are putting, it is coming and reverse going back. This is a good type of menu designing, as you can see. এই যে ডিপটা, এই চৌকোটা, div is like a container. So all are working. Now at initial state, what you need to do, here you need to provide the color, and the color will be like now semicolon, save, refresh. Okay, here you need to write one more thing. You just copy the entire thing. You will Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and here you need to write visited, and Ctrl V, active. Now save all of the steps. Refresh, it's still not working, man. Open up again. Once you clicked, just never get along. Localhost 22.23.9.2015. Now you can see home, about, services, and contact. Getting my point? আমি প্রত্যেকটাকে একই করে দেব, মানে ক্লিক করলে অন্য কোনো কালার হবে না। ওটা হচ্ছে ভিজিটেড, অ্যাক্টিভ মানে টাইম অফ ক্লিকিংও একই থাকবে। এই যে exactly. So now this tutorial is never ends, it's just a starting point. Why? Because I need to show you that if user click contact, then contact page also have the same name. So here we are also creating one more page, naming as contact.php. So save, file, new, create another PHP page, and this is a contact page. So here you need to write h1 and /h1. This is contact page. Here will be a Google map, here will be the address, here will be a feedback form. Basically this is the contact page of any kind of website. Later on I will show you, whenever you got the 3G internet connection, I will show you how to integrate a Google map into a website. And the simple thing, there is a PHP including the header. There will be a PHP which will show us the menu, and there will be a PHP page which will show us the footer. So now the same thing we are writing here, include, sorry, this is the one include, and into SSI slash header.php, and here it is one more include, and here you need to write SSI slash footer.php. I'm just going to prove that if you have multiple pages in reality, in that case you are not going to design them, you rather call them like this fashion. I give everything by include because you love using the generosity of include. It doesn't show you error if you write something wrong. So menu.php, the entire menu will be coming up now. Now contact, now save. This is our contact page, no doubt about it. Now refresh, now click contact. This is our contact page, and the same page and same everything is available. So if you click the home, it maybe need to take it to the menu page. So in menu.php, what you need to do, under the home you need to write index.php, as simple as that. So now here it's a refresh page, it is the home, this is the contact, this is the home, and this is the contact. So everything is working fine. That's it for the day. Kaar kono question ache? Okay, so let me complete.